There are 2 bodies of servicemen from the Russian Federation lying here. They've already been partially torn apart by animals. So, here's one person, and there's another one over there, and the body parts have been completely scattered around the area.
Oleksiy Yukov oversees a team of volunteers retrieving bodies left behind on the battlefields in Ukraine. Alongside fellow volunteer Artur, they are in the small town of Krasnopillya, where they have just discovered the remains of 2 Russian soldiers.
This was in 2022 during an assault in the settlement of Dolina Krasnopillya. They entered Krasnopillya, entrenched themselves, and were then pushed out from here. The fighting here was intense. This line was where they were stopped before reaching Slavyansk. The 95th Brigade stopped the enemy right here.
The team is also paying attention to anything on the body that would help identify the person, as they may no longer be recognizable otherwise. Oleksiy says the bodies of Russian soldiers would be sent back and possibly exchanged for the remains of Ukrainian soldiers who died in Ukrainian territories occupied by Russia.
Here are ribs. You can see from this side. There's a little cross left here. Maybe relatives will recognize him by the cross. It's possible the Russian side will be able to identify him, and we're preparing the body for repatriation and potential exchanges for our servicemen currently in occupied territory. For us, it's very important that everyone comes home.
As he is examining the body, something else catches his attention.
The tourniquet is strapped to his leg. There was a massive bleed. Most likely he just died. Because they gave their soldiers this crap. This isn't a real tourniquet. How can you stop a wound with that if you're having massive blood loss? You have to understand that. This way, they are basically condemning their soldiers to die.
The team members are risking their lives to do their job. Not only do they have to navigate landmines and unexploded ordnance, they also risk getting hit by Russian drones.
It's almost impossible to work. At least before we could go out in bad weather. Now this is very rare. It's extremely dangerous. There have even been incidents where we got hit.
They see a target, they see no obstacles. They just wipe you out completely until they destroy you. That's why it's extremely dangerous, even to retrieve 1 or 2 bodies in a week. You can't do more. Whether it's theirs or yours, you take whoever you see first. There's no time to sort out who's friend or foe. That kind of thinking doesn't exist here. You grab the body and run as fast as you can.